Happy Monday, beautiful MUT lovers, MUT watchers. This video is not going to be structured like Market Monday, or I guess it is going to be structured like Market Monday, although we're not really talking about the market, the MUT market that is, that much. There's not that much to talk about in Madden Ultimate Team. I guess I can briefly go over. I will have another video later this week once we get all the MUT leaks for the Super Bowl pass. We do have like the overalls, I guess you could say. I can quickly show them here. Super Bowl tees. Again, we don't have the players, but we're getting 10 95 overall Super Bowl pass players, 4 96 LTDs. There's a little pass chemistry. Doesn't boost speed, but boosts agility and zone coverage, which is pretty good. There's going to be a Super Bowl head-to-head event, which gives out coin quick sells, probably similar to last year. And I guess your one leaks, you have legends, Brian Dawkins and Forrest Craig. So I believe that's a right tackle and a safety. Of course, safety for legends this week. And of course, overall boost this Thursday. So that is exciting. But this video is more so around the state of Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm sure if you guys have kind of been in and around the community and the scene over the past week, you guys will know about the stock price of EA Sports, and it is down pretty significantly. I believe the day the report actually came out, their quarterly report earnings, which we'll go over real quick. They had like the biggest, they were the stock out of any stock in the entire world. They were down the most out of anything. It was honestly a beautiful sight to see. I have very harsh opinions about EA Sports and how they've completely ruined Madden Ultimate Team over the past few years, and it's a shell of its former self in terms of the mode, and they continue to make really petty decisions that negatively impact the player base on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, and it's shown the most, right, in the content we got today in Madden Ultimate Team. Again, I'm going to briefly go over it because I'll give credit. Okay, they actually made the AKA cards really good today. You know, I will give them credit. They made the stats on these cards really good. The abilities on this Ronnie Harrison, my controller's been messed up for the past week or two, so we'll randomly go to different spots. This Ronnie Hickman card, 96 speed, 6'1". He gets deep zone KO for 1 AP, which is deep out and deep in zone KO. Pick cards for 0 AP, mid zone for 2. Mid zone being for 2 is weird, but I mean, it's whatever. I'll probably just roll with deep zone and pick artists on him if I can, like outside corner. I don't know where I'll put him in my lineup, but he's a great card. And they made the OBJ non-LTD 96 speed, which is like good enough, right? But of course, we guys all know the AK Icon promo. They changed how they do the LTDs in the normal AKA release the first half of this year. You were able to pull the LTD vintage version, you know, of like, for example, you would have been able to pull the 95 overall OBJ in this set. If you did this set, you had the chance of pulling 95 OBJ. It was a very unique twist. It was the first time we had ever seen an LTD really be pullable within a set. And personally, I wasn't one to sit there and grind out the set and hope to pull an LTD, but I know a lot of people, you know, that was a way they made coins throughout the year. It was a way that they kind of played the game every Monday, Tuesday, and, you know, even throughout the week, right? They would monitor the prices of these AKA set pieces. And, well, if you actually go back to the AKA promo, you know, it wasn't just one set, it was one set per week. So you actually had a lot of sets that people were completing, you know, at any point throughout the day. We always talk about Madden Ultimate Team, or for me, it's like replayability, like what keeps me on the game, what gets me on the game, what keeps me on the game. And when it comes to the menus of Madden Ultimate Team, there just really hasn't been anything since Madden 23. Madden 23 had TVPs. That was about it. Madden 24, Madden 25, they've had nothing. But this was something that menu players, you know, kind of enjoyed. It was a way for them to make coins. It was a fun little way to kind of chase LTDs. Creed Humphrey was one of the more popular ones. Reggie White was a set you could do to pull an LTD. Deion Sanders was the most expensive LTD. There was also, I believe, there was an Andrew Luck one, JJ Watt. So there was multiple options. Tyreek Hill was the first one that this got brought into the game, I believe, and it was a cool little unique twist, and it's actually still in the game. You actually can still pull the LTD Tyreek Hill if you do the set. Problem is these AKA cards aren't being pulled, you know, drastically, but you can still actually go ahead and do it if you want. But it's just something that clearly when EA went to make the AKA Icons program and they're sitting down in their meeting, they're like, how do we improve this program? How do we improve this content for our player base going into the year 2025? Right? We're going to, we're gonna make the cards have these X Factor abilities. We're gonna give them a chemistry where they get, if you get 40 AK icon chemistry points, you get +1 speed. And oh yeah, let's go out of our way to make it to where the set now doesn't give you the chance at pulling LTD. Right? Like they went out of their way to once again, for like the 50th time it felt like in the last 3 years, between all the little shit EA has done, between making rerolls bad, making the mystery pack, like I could sit here for 20 minutes and go over the little shit that EA has done over the past few years. It's just a middle finger to the community. And now, right? But now I'll say it should bring a smile to your face too, that EA Sports had a bad quarterly report and their stock price is down pretty significantly, because that is how the game is changed. I'll give a perspective from EAFC. EAFC actually, and this is really what the report is all about. We'll actually now go to it. It's the Q3 report. Pretty much all it says is EAFC, so FIFA, from EA Sports, FIFA the game, is the main, I would say, the main point, like the main game behind this. It says it in the report, but they are now projected to not lose money, right? They're never going to lose money, but they're projected to make less money than they did, in Q2 and last year. And that is significant because they're making less money than they normally are. And it's not just, 100K, 200K, it's billions of dollars that they thought they were going to make that they aren't making, because, and I think I have it up on my screen, because they're just reports, and their game, especially EAFC FIFA, is not as popular and people aren't buying as much packs as they were last year. People are it's not just in Madden Ultimate Team, people are fed up. They're fed up because EA and the people making these Ultimate Team games are just taking little chunks, little middle fingers, right? They're not big. There's not big middle fingers. I would say there's big middle fingers they're doing, taking away Weekend League and MUT, but these little opportunities to be petty, really, like to be petty and to take away fun, cool stuff within Madden Ultimate Team and EAFC, it's finally coming back to bite them in the ass. And the one thing I want to note about this report, because a lot of people in the Madden Ultimate Team community are saying, oh, this is just EAFC, right? In no way Madden is contributing. No, Madden is contributing to this. I'll say this. Right, Madden is like one of EA's. It's not number one, right? It's not even number two, but I believe it's like the third, fourth, or fifth biggest EA Sports. It makes Madden Ultimate Team is like their second biggest cash cow. And amidst this entire report, I would have thought, right? If Madden Ultimate Team in Madden 25 was doing good, wouldn't Madden Ultimate Team be in this report as a positive note, right? They would have noted, like, hey, EAFC isn't doing good for us. Our global football games aren't doing as Dragon Age didn't do as good as us, and we thought it was going to do good, right? In a report that is essentially all negative, I would think if Madden and Madden Ultimate Team was doing good and outperforming last quarter, and by the way, quarter 3 is quite literally I don't know the starting date for it, but the ending date is December. It's literally the last day of the year. We're talking Madden Ultimate. Madden Ultimate Team's prime is December, November, October. This is, as much as it is an EAFC report, this is directly the quarter where Madden Ultimate Team is going to make EA the most money. And Madden Ultimate Team and Madden 25 not being mentioned in this report at all means it ain't doing well either. Because if it was doing well, there would be a positive note like, hey, AFC and our football games aren't doing good, but Madden's up, right? That would be, I would have a hard time seeing them not mention if Madden was doing a Madden Ultimate Team had a positive outlook. It would have been mentioned in this entirely negative report. Also want to mention too is that EA added College Football 25. College Football 25 is involved in this too, and that is essentially all positive from EA's standpoint because it's a brand new game. All their College Football Ultimate Team, right, money they made for that's all positive. They don't have anything to go off that. The fact they're losing money and they added essentially an Ultimate Team mode, right, College Football Ultimate Team, even though it's not the biggest part of college football, them adding like another Ultimate Team revenue source, and they're still down, or not down, but they're projected to make less money in this quarter, is actually insane. Like you got to think College Football Ultimate Team earned a decent amount of money, and the fact that still wasn't able to offset the EAFC failure, and in my opinion, the Madden Ultimate Team failure in revenue is actually crazy. I even have quarter 2 pulled up, which was posted. So I guess it's October. So I guess it would be what, November and December or October. Again, I'm off some painkillers. I'm not all the way there in the head right now, but in Q2 they go to mention it's a positive outlook. I'm sure, I believe Madden at some point is mentioned here. Madden college football is doing a great job, but Q2 there's all these positive notes right from all their different games. And it's funny to see them having a negative quarter, their stock price go down, and Madden Ultimate Team is not mentioned at all. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not fully into, right? I might be good on the Madden Ultimate Team market, but I'm not really all the way there when it comes to the stock market and quarterly and the dates of everything and business on that end. As much as you guys think it might translate, it doesn't. It's nowhere close to it. It's 20 million times more complicated. But it's important to note, and then I mentioned it earlier, but EAFC, right? I think it was the day or 2 days before that report came out, EAFC actually released a gameplay patch that is highly regarded and considered the best gameplay patch in years for the FIFA community. In years. Which is just it's funny almost that like EA's like, hey, we know there's a report is gonna come out that's going to significantly negatively impact our stock price, but we're gonna drop a very, very positive gameplay patch on EAFC to kind of make the community happy, have the whole kind of vibe around EAFC be positive, because what's about to drop is not going to be good for our overall outlook on the company. So, and on EAFC's note too, I'll mention a little because I know a little bit about that community. That game, the complaints revolving around EAFC are actually kind of the opposite of Madden. The menus on that game are very highly regarded. People have a blast doing SBCs, building out their team, and it's honestly it's in a pretty good state. The menus are. It's gameplay. Gameplay's been the biggest complaint for EAFC in FIFA the past few years. It was just in a really, really bad spot. So EA went out of their way to drop a pretty positive gameplay patch the day or two before that earnings report came out. So for Madden Ultimate Team, what does this mean? I mean, there's not that much I would say that directly impacts this, but what I think it does say is that all these little slights and middle fingers and negative stuff that they are taking away from Madden Ultimate Team, bits and pieces, every single content drop, every single negative decision they make that harms the community, even if it's just in a small way, it's going to eventually bite them in the butt. And we might see, we don't know what is EA going to do off of this. Is their strategy going to be, hey, let's try to squeeze more money out of our consumer player base, right? Let's try to squeeze even more money. Or, right, it might be a different reaction. Hey, let's maybe do some more positive things and not be so, maybe their outlook changes from being, super, I wouldn't say like, but it's always going to be money focused, but everyone's kind of felt their strategy for Madden Ultimate Team the past few years has been like, hey, we're going to cater to the whales. Quite frankly, like if we have 10 players, if 7 of them stop playing, but 3 of those players are going to spend extra $10 per week on the game, that's a positive in our opinion, where I've always thought like, hey, I'd much rather, I mean, I know God Fox has mentioned it, like free to play Madden Ultimate Team. I want as many players playing Madden Ultimate Team as possible. I think and I wish they would, appease to the casual more and say, hey, we want to get as many players as we can. And, if those players don't spend any money, it's still fine because they're playing our game. They're potential customers on that point. And again, maybe EA changes their entire outlook on how they want to make money off Madden Ultimate Team, and their entire approach to Madden Ultimate Team, as much as EAFC, might change in this upcoming year. We probably won't see much the remainder of Madden 25. Maybe they do some more positive stuff towards the second half of the year, but I'm not expecting much. This entire year, it felt like they've given us the middle finger, at least specifically in the menus. I'll give EA credit, right? Their gameplay modes, there at least is thought there to make the gameplay modes good. Like the draft events have been fun, the head-to-head events have been fun. I will say they've been terrible with the upkeep management in those modes. The fact there's still a glitch in I think every single head-to-head event where, yeah, if your opponent like stays until the game doesn't end, like he never quits, you might not get the win. Like that was an issue for the head-to-head draft event forever this year. They still haven't fixed it. It was a thing for both the head-to-head draft events. And like simply like stuff like that not being fixed right away is just it's a little middle finger. Like it's like they just don't care. And it's good to see them not caring is finally catching up to them. And yeah, it's affecting their pockets. And if we ever want this game to change in a positive way, their pockets being negatively affected can really only be that's the only way stuff is going to change for the better. And like we know we've talked about pack strike on this channel and all that stuff, but I mean this is as big a this is huge. This is big information about as negative report EA's been like their stock price and everything has been on the upswing for years. I think someone mentioned we're at the same stock price now that we are back in like 2016, 2017. Like it was on the upswing pretty much around COVID for the past few years and now or not stock price but earnings or whatever, I believe it was. I don't know the exact numbers again. I'm not fully what's it called educated about this topic and stuff, but just wanted to come on here and make a video talking about it because I think it has big impacts. We might not see it right away, but you know the hope is that we see some positive impacts, you know, cause and effect positively from this report and EA Sports, you know, coming in the years. And maybe Madden 26 Ultimate Team is, you know, a much different game than the past 3 Madden Ultimate Teams have been. Because that's where I think Madden Ultimate Team has completely gone downhill since the start of Madden 23. I think Madden 22 is the last great menu, last great Madden Ultimate Team, in my humble opinion. And yeah, that's where we're at. But that's all for this video. Again, just wanted to kind of talk about Madden Ultimate Team and the EA stock price, the quarterly report. Whenever we get those Super Bowl past leaks and reveals, I will have another video kind of talking about more so the Madden Ultimate Team market. What I think you guys see in the top right, I'm fully liquid. I sold my team this past weekend. I have nobody, right? I just have a few investments in my binder. But yeah, that's all for this video. I will see you guys either tomorrow or Wednesday, more than likely, for the Super Bowl pass reveals. And until then, peace.